Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Here's a headline from the crypto fundamental expert saying XRP's high price would become necessary as demand develops. I'll tell you what was said, and you'll see that I agree with the bulk of what was said. Sure, there's a minor point I'd quibble with, but it's not a big deal, and besides, I did the math on a few specifics. Despite what the Bitcoin maximalists would have you believe, there is not that much XRP in existence. Yes, I know that 100 billion sounds like a really super-duper big number, especially when compared to Bitcoin's maximum supply of 21 million. However, that is missing important details. But before we go any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear: I am not a financial expert, and I am not giving any sort of financial advice. Also, you know that you shouldn't act on any of my recommendations to buy or sell. I'm just a fan who occasionally posts videos to YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects for kicks. And so, as I go through this, you'll see that I'll be making several points. What I wanted to tell you is something I find quite convincing. You tell me, but I get the impression that it illustrates, at least in part, why the XRP price might go much higher than it already does. Please keep in mind that I do not offer price forecasts. There is nothing I can say with certainty. I could be completely wrong and it could all add up to zero, but I do have some confidence that you should acknowledge is warranted. The text of the peace treaty is as follows. A founder of Black Swan capitalists, Versan Al-Jara, recently used Twitter to make a claim that the XRP community has reportedly been supporting for nearly 2 years. According as the worldwide demand for this digital asset increases, Al-Jara argues, the current low price of XRP will inevitably rise. And now I'll get right to the point of his remark. You can see the real tweet from a Black Swan capitalist a few days ago here. There simply isn't enough XRP to meet the constantly expanding demand for its utility, making a high price not just an inevitability, but a requirement to ensure the required liquidity to fulfill that worldwide demand. Skeptics need to start accepting this economic fact. First, the one area I have the freedom to criticize because I'm not entirely convinced, sure, and his aim, but first let me be very clear on my own intentions and beliefs, and then we can get to the meat of the matter, since there is a general idea with which I agree. What he's saying is true, and I'm going to back it up with some hard data. But how do you make it work to provide the liquidity to meet that global demand, given what he says here? Here's the deal, then. That's what I've heard. Many folks I've listened to over the years have insisted that XRP's price must be high. Because when you talk about XRP as a bridge currency, you're talking about trillions of dollars worth of people's money changing hands every day, should that ever happen in the future. Obviously, XRP's price is falling, making it a hot commodity. As for me, I think you've got it backwards. That inverts the order completely. This is my only major criticism. That's the only minor quibble I have. It is true that the price of XRP and the availability of liquidity are prerequisites. After that, XRP can be utilized to make the deals happen. The XRP price need not be high, then. For the reason XYZ, if it is high, the difference, and there is enough liquidity, it can be utilized to buy meats that satisfy those requirements. That means it's the other way around. And from what I could tell, many people weren't that way. So I was worried that, given the way he phrased it, he was thinking along those lines. I felt the need to make that statement. Nonetheless, I thought I'd offer my take on things for what it's worth. But at first I didn't think he was taking that perspective, but after reading it again I realized I was wrong. If that's the case, I thought I'd provide my 2 cents. But now we're getting to the exciting part. Because I find this really interesting. Here I have recorded the results of my Serviette calculations. But, think about it. Given a maximum supply of 100 trillion XRP, if all 8 billion individuals on Earth received 12.5 XRP, that would be all they would receive. That settles the matter. Please be aware that this is something that will never, ever happen. It's not like this is going to be handed out to every single person on Earth in exactly the same amount. Even so, it's a fact worth knowing. As an example, if there are 100 billion XRP in circulation, that's around 12 XRP for every single person on the planet. Not a lot, to put it mildly. And another thing. It's worth mentioning that I didn't do any extra maths on this issue for the video, but I have in the past. But there are only 21 million Bitcoin, each Bitcoin is divisible by 100 million, but XRP is only divisible by 1 million. In this context, drop refers to a single XRP unit. Each XRP is worth 1 million, while each Satoshi is worth 100 million in Bitcoin. So, if you want to convert any currency units, you can see that there are almost 4,850 times as many drops as there are Satoshis in circulation. It's not insane that there's not much more. When compared to Bitcoin, XRP is thousands of times less valuable. There are only 21 million XRP in circulation, while Bitcoin has 100 billion. However, when examining the smallest units, which is what matters, the gap is not that wide. But think about this, as of right now, there are 4.7 million XRP accounts. If that's the case, then only approximately 0.5% of the world's population owns XRP. Now, here's the thing, I can't tell you how many people own XRP because that information just isn't available. You'd need every exchange in the world to reveal part of their trade secrets, which will never happen. To my knowledge, there is no other method to arrive to this. Conclusion. Here's the scoop, then. True, many people, including myself, hold numerous XRP accounts. However, that is not the only factor to think about. Many people also store their XRP on exchanges. I doubt I can provide conclusive evidence either. Most XRP is probably being traded rather than kept in a safe place like a bank. And they're all utilizing one common wallet. That means an infinite number of people's XRP might be sitting in a single wallet on an exchange. If that's the case, then are there truly just 4.7 million XRP holders globally? Because once more, that's only a small fraction of the world's population. I have a hunch there's a lot more than that, but I can't prove it. On the other hand, you could say that there are less of us, because many people have numerous XRP addresses, as I do. What I believe would be more significant, though, is the fact that the vast majority of people do not choose to take custody of their children. It's only a guess, then. I just don't have any evidence to back that up. Nonetheless, I feel rather strongly about that, since I just don't think anyone, even those who invest only a small amount in crypto, want to deal with the trouble of placing any cryptocurrency, not just XRP, into cold storage. I just don't see how that could be true. Furthermore, if that were the case, I would assume that hardware wallet sales would skyrocket compared to what they are right now. One thing is certain, there aren't that many of them. So, you're thinking of investing 0.5% of your XRP. Okay, let's go with that sum. Plus or minus, it doesn't matter, just make up whatever you like. That means only 0.5% of the global population possesses XRP. For the sake of argument, let's say that 4% of the world's population owns Bitcoin, that's 8 times as many. Doesn't that present an opportunity, seeing as how, in the future, I predict that far more people around the world will own Bitcoin? However, XRP has a lot more room for development. At sometime in the future, I wouldn't be surprised if XRP was trading at 4%. Above and beyond that, I think it's quite exciting if we continue to see acceptance in this region and take into account this writer. In 2017, before the bull run that took XRP over $4, there were nearly 700,000 XRP accounts, which, if accurate, would have represented only 0.008% of the world's population. Now, we're talking about 2.5 weeks after the bull run began, which pushed XRP to almost $4. About 1 million XRP accounts had been created by the time XRP reached its all-time high, about 2.5 weeks later. Assuming that many people held XRP during the market's most bullish period, that little fraction of the world's population is responsible for driving the price of XRP to almost $4 per coin. Again, you might claim it's plus or minus that because we don't know the precise amount of XRP holders. The information we have at hand, however, is limited to this. A tiny percentage of the world's population, we're talking tenths of 1%, drove prices up to nearly $4. Do you think this will encourage more people to join? I mean, think about this now. Now think about what will happen if large amounts of institutional money start investing in XRP. With XRP no longer being considered a security, the floodgates have opened for massive institutional purchases. These buyers may have the purchasing power of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of individuals. So, consider that. If 1% to 5% of people buy XRP, the price would rise to $4. If you had one organization with the purchasing power of hundreds of thousands, millions, or even billions of people, that organization would be considered a single entity. It would have an immediate effect on the value of XRP. The effects on the market for goods and services are easy to foresee. More intriguing than the numbers I just showed you is the fact that the bulk of the wealth is held by institutions rather than ordinary people. To that end, I agree with him that, at these rates, there just isn't enough XRP to go around. Just because there isn't enough XRP for everyone on the earth to buy some at these prices doesn't imply you won't be able to buy some in the future. That won't work until demand increases, which I think is inevitable. That's really cool. I wanted to tell you this, because we're here before the institutions. These firearms are fascinating, entertaining, and thrilling. That's why it's thrilling to actually own some XRP and have a stake in the outcome. You shouldn't buy or sell anything based on what I say because I'm not a financial advisor. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.